Dr. Gold in the lab, Twitch stream glowing, formulas flashing, minds wide, knowledge flowing, equations on the board, numbers never sleep, teaching math and physics while them haters count sheep. Actual education, tune in and get schooled, flipping textbooks, breaking all the rules, from Newton to Einstein, concepts elevate. Keep the stream, it's the key to our fate. Dr. Gold dropping gems, knowledge raining down, actual education making scholars all around. Perpendicular minds, angles sharp as ice, maths and physics, yeah, the future's real nice. Got the Pythagorean triangles about to flex, quantum theories on deck, breaking all specs, relativity theories, worlds getting small, grasp the universal laws, standing tall. From the atom to the cosmos, we rolling deep, grazing out the stars, no time to sleep. Black holes and supernovas, concepts we unfold, brain power heavy, yeah, that's Dr. Gold. Dr. Gold dropping gems, knowledge raining down, actual education making scholars all around. Perpendicular minds, angles sharp as ice, maths and physics, yeah, the future's real nice.
What is up, everybody? Man, what's going on with Discord? Daylight savings just messes up all their stuff. It's the worst. I don't know why it does. Alright, let's see. We're streaming there. Good. What's up, Reki? Good to see you, bro. Yeah, what's up with my events here?
Hey.
Yeah, these are all wrong. Dude, God damn it. Daylight savings. Do I have to edit the whole series? I really don't want to. Oh, edit all events in the series. 1 second. Let me fix that. This should be at 3 o'clock. Yes. Save. Okay. Ooh, okay. Oh, I see. The Tuesday and Wednesday is fine. The Monday is off. Whatever. Move to Arizona. No daylight savings.
Good job.
Exactly, dude. No daylight savings. What's up, Muhammad? Good to see you. After a long time. Yeah, I go. Well, is Wednesday a long time? I guess that was kind of a bits of ways. What's up, Reluctant Gamer? Nice to see y'all. Yeah, it's Monday. What's up, Seth? What are you saying?
Today's looked interesting. There's 5 of them.
There's 5 questions today?
Android's put it was number 23 geometry again.
Ooh, 23.
Yep. And it's geometry too, which is
23 can get hard.
There is interesting another one for divisibility stuff, but
okay. Oh wow, it's like faces of a triangle. Almost looks like a Star of David.
Only 5 today, so at the moment.
I see. Well, I'll get to Rainey's and Felicia's. They if they come by the stream, I'll do theirs, but I'll do whoever's here first. So I think probably Sick is probably the first one. What's up, Maida? Good to see you, dude. Dolphin. Who's saying Dolphin?
I don't know if the third one's new, someone's new, or what.
Yeah. For all of you guys that found us on YouTube, welcome. So my name's Dr. Gold. This is Actual Education. We're a nonprofit that helps you out with math and science questions. Anything you have, any like type of homework question you got, anything that's been on your mind. You got a test coming up, you know. Don't understand things. Your teacher ain't teaching you shit. We're here to help you. So, if you want to get your question answered live on the stream here and learn some stuff, you can do so by submitting a screenshot to that like link down below there, and I'll show you how it works. It's pretty easy.
It's about 18 YouTube viewers to 3 Twitch viewers.
Yeah. Why is my pedal board not working? Oh, there we go. Now the pedal board's working. Okay. Yes. So if you go to actual education or actualdiscord.com/submit, which is the link I have down there, you can take a. This is the best way for me to teach you, is to like see a screenshot of what you don't understand, or like a homework question or a practice test question or like a quiz. I don't care what it is, but something that you don't get that your teacher gave to you, I can then pretty quickly understand what you need to know and how best to help you. So what you can do is you can choose a file here to upload. You can put in your username. I don't care what your username is, but try to make it something that you're using now on either YouTube or whatever, so I know how to help you and address you. I can say my name's Bob or something. And then you hit upload. And then once you do that, that image will get uploaded to our Discord, and then we'll see your homework question, and we'll go over it on the stream.
And resolve that.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's a test. That's a dummy question I did there.
That's why I instantly resolved it.
Yeah, exactly. Perfect. Okay. Yes. Yep. Nice. So, yeah, that's the best way for us to help you.
Both resolved.
I got too many cameras. There you go. That's what I want. Aduki says, I got an 85 on my math quiz. Nice, dude. Because my teacher did not teach us a topic, and he made us solve it. Yeah. This happens a lot in classes because your teacher only has so much time to teach. And what happens often is that they have certain deadlines of when they have to give tests or put grades in, and they're supposed to cover certain topics.
That would be a good reason, Josh.
And sometimes they won't hit it, and they'll just have to slam it, like push it like really quickly onto it, and that's not fair to you.
And Josh has to give a valid reason to it.
She was on vacation. What do you mean she was on vacation? She just stopped teaching you? Well, I'm sorry. Like, you have a job. If you're a teacher, you have a job to teach. You don't get to just go on vacation when you want. Yeah. Well, so Adarsh, what's a good way for us to help you here is if you submit, I know you submitted a screenshot already for us to go through, but if you submit a screenshot of the question that your teacher didn't teach you, I can teach you. And then, because I guarantee you it will come up later in your math career life thing, so.
And the one from Adarsh, I almost did not like.
Almost did not like, he says.
I read that wrong.
I think I only got an 85 because of this stream. So I'm glad it's helping. Yeah, that's the whole point.
The one that Adarsh posted, I almost did not like it, but then I realized that I read it wrong.
Oh, okay. We'll look at it. What's up, Recky?
One number would have been, one number change would have made it a lot harder.
Okay. Let's see. What's getting hot in here? I gotta turn the fan on.
So there's a new person, I think, in the in the pictures. There's an.
Yeah, Sick, right? Sick? Is that the person? I don't know that name. I've never seen that person before. But we'll do their question first, because I think they're the most recent. I helped Rainy out on DMs, but if we have time, I'll do his publicly.
Oh, did you already do Rainy?
Yeah. I already. Well, I'll do it again online, because he's in like Egypt or something.
So that way we don't go back.
Yeah,
I
don't know who Felicia is. Felicia looks like a very, very difficult.
We can go ahead and do
question.
it, and then just put a photo for her.
Okay. All right. We'll try.
It's an interesting one.
I like interesting things. I also like not like crushing my morale with things.
And also, I'm doing some math today.
Okay, cool. All right. So that being said, I think we got enough people here. So let's start off the stream. Welcome over everyone's office hours. My name is Dr. Willis, Actual Education. The stream that helps you with math, homework, science, homework, all that fun stuff. Oh, it did not link that. Man, they gotta fix this. One second. Let me link this scene. This scene needs to switch. There we go. One second. Let's make sure that works. Yes. Okay. Cool. All right. Sick has this question for today, and he was told I'm supposed to differentiate this. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, that could be tricky.
I'm on spring break, so I didn't know math today.
You didn't know math today because you're on spring break? Well, that's nice.
Yeah.
Spring break is nice. Yeah, UCLA's on spring break right now. I know. I have to start teaching at UCLA next Monday.
That's dope.
Yeah, so I was getting my syllabus ready today.
You might need some space on this one. This is a chain rule.
This is a couple chain rules, and we could use the quotient rule. Do you think we want to use the quotient rule? You want to use the quotient rule?
That's what I normally. That's what I would do with this. It's I
hate the quotient rule, dude. I'm just like
I do too, but it's not bad for this. It's a quotient rule chain rule, which is
Okay, well, we can do it. All right, let's try it. All right, so here is... I like to separate things with, like, boxes. Boxes are, like, my friend. Okay? So I'm going to call this, like, red box. I'm going to call this thing, like, blue box. Okay?
and then you also need and then you need the chain rule version one too, just you have the chain rule inside it.
We'll do the chain rule in a second. Okay, yeah. So what I usually like to say is that if I have a over b and I'm asked to take a derivative of this, that's the same thing as a prime b minus b prime a all over b
a prime
squared.
b minus a prime ab prime.
Sure, yeah. I like to always just say the prime first. I'll show you why.
Yeah,
I know. He's like, eh. I know. I like because it spells ABBA.
One thing.
I'm a fan that it spells ABBA.
I would do one thing.
What?
Flip that order. So do negative b prime a plus a
Plus
prime b
a prime b?
because the a chain a that
Because of
a
what?
is going to be a chain rule.
Because A is going to be a chain rule. Yeah, he's right. Yeah. So I mean, yeah. Again, you can rearrange things however you want. So technically, this is the same thing as this. What we could do? Yeah. Or sorry, let me move the minus over. So we're gonna take this, put it over here. It does make it like slightly cleaner, but if this confuses you, don't worry. You don't need to do it. It's just it's for style points. We're getting style points in math today. Okay. So what I like to calculate first is, what's A, what's B, what's A prime, and what's B prime? Because once I know these things, then I just slam them in and we're good. This is where things get a little tricky. Okay. A is easy, because this is e to the x squared minus 3. B is easy, because that's just 1 minus x. A prime...
Let's tip A for the minute. Let's do it with B prime. Just B prime's easy.
B prime's easy, right, yeah. The derivative of this is just -1. Right? Just -1.
Yep.
The derivative of this is 0. And then the derivative of x is just 1. How about no?
Oh, no.
What's up, Sensei?
Oh, no.
I know. Oh, man.
I have
let's
no
do
idea
A
what
prime.
this is.
This
So
is
stop
calculus.
frightening the children.
Yeah, we are frightening the children today, dude. Mondays, it's October in March at this point.
Okay. I know what it is now.
Okay,
Sounds
A prime is
stupid.
weird. So, because A prime is e, we're taking the derivative of e to the x squared minus 3. Now, whenever I see stuff like this, I ask myself, what derivative do I know? And one that you should have some knowledge or
One
remembrance
that you should
of.
know easily. One should be the easy part. E to the
Yes.
x, E to the x.
Good. The derivative of e to the
That's
something
the one.
is just e to the something.
It's a silly one. It's a silly but needed one.
It is a very necessary one. It's very silly. It's super silly.
I know. It's a topic cat.
Yeah, so it's e to the something, but then this is also dependent on whatever this something is, this red box, not also depending on x. If it does depend on x, then what you have to do is you have to do the chain rule, and you now have to multiply by the derivative of what this thing
Here's
is.
a note though. If it doesn't depend on x, then it's 1.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. If this thing doesn't, if this was just e to the x,
or 1.
yeah, then
or to
ddx of
constant.
just x is, that's just 1. So that we don't care about that.
Well, I'm saying it was like e to the 2t. That's just 1.
Sure. Well, no, it would be
Those
2.
zeros.
It would be 2. It would be times 2. Yeah.
He fucked off.
Bum, bum, bum. Yeah, our YouTube did pop off at the beginning. We had like 17 viewers when we first went live. It was nuts. I was like, oh, okay. YouTube tends to do well on the start.
Sorry, no, I'm really needing to press my face up against this microphone. I said, well, he's fucked off.
Yeah. Oh, wait, Seth is gone? What happened to Seth? Seth gone? Seth.
He's back now.
Oh, there you are, Seth. What happened to you, dude? Did we lose you? Okay. So,
Just
derivative.
if it was like e to the 2t, it would just be 1. It would just be 0.
No. E to the 2t
What?
would be 2 e to the 2t.
The derivative in relation to x.
Yeah.
of e to the 2t is
I see
0.
what you're saying. Bro, can you solve it already? Yes. Yeah, all right, moving forward. Yeah, the kids are like, yo, wrap the fuck up. All right, let's go through. I got you, dog. Here we go. All right. Anyways.
Saying wasn't in relation to x, already,
Yeah.
it'd be zeroed.
It's e to the this times the
zero
derivative of
itself
this, and the derivative of this is going to be 2x. Okay, cool. So you end up getting that a prime
2x.
is equal to e to the x squared minus 3 times 2x. Okay, because that's what the derivative of the thing inside is. Okay, cool.
The thing here is we don't want second derivative of this.
I don't need the second derivative yet.
We don't want the second.
I don't need to calculate the second derivative. We're okay. All right. So here we go. Just plug stuff in. All right. So that's going to be negative b prime, but b prime is -1. So that's negative -1, which is just 1. And then a is e to the x squared minus 3. And then we have plus a prime, which is this kind of
When I say
mess.
it's nice, we don't need to.
2x e to the x squared minus 3. Good. Times b, which is now 1 minus x. And then over b squared. So that's going to be 1 minus x.
Keep it as such. Yeah.
Quantity squared. Yeah, that's what that's going to be. Yeah.
And it's like the nice thing is we don't need a second derivative of this. If we did, it would be annoying.
Yeah, if we did it with this,
double
there'd be a
product
super
rule
quotient
involved.
rule. It would be
Product
really
rule would
bad.
be double.
Disqualified.
we don't want that. Anyways, I think this is probably the simplest that this
So,
gets.
We can do two things. We can do things here. Three things here.
Well, we could multiply this through, I guess, if we wanted to, right? We could say e to
is
the x
itself.
squared minus 3,
So
and then we
one
could
does
say
not
this
mean
is plus. Yeah, the 1 doesn't mean anything. We could say 2x minus 2x squared, right? E to the x squared minus 3, which look got a common factor.
That's-
So that's
is
e to the
something.
x squared minus 3,
Oh, even.
and then it's 1 plus 2x minus 2x squared.
Hey.
And then it's all over 1 minus x squared. Yeah. I think that's all that is. This is kind of like the simplest form you could have it, because I don't think this factors out any of these things either.
What are we able to? What I'm saying is you can do. What you could, we can do is we did a 2x times 1 minus x
Well, that's what I did.
as a thing.
That's what this is.
What you did, I guess.
Yeah, I did this.
And then you could
And then I
and
saw
then you could
common
also
factors.
multiply
I pulled
at the
them
bottom
out.
as well if you wanted to, and just, but it wouldn't help. It wouldn't
No.
help or worsen. And then you
No,
have to,
no, no.
and then you have to restate that because you have to. It's f.
Yeah,
prime
yeah,
of
we
x
do this.
equals That.
I wondered if this would factor out to one of these things, but I don't think it does. Because it's
No,
like factors of
sadly
2 that add up to 2. Nothing factors of 2 add up to 2. Okay, so you're done. Cool. All right. It does not. Thanks, Endar.
And
Endar, what'd you
as
send me
f
here?
prime
Endar,
of
what
x.
is this?
And then,
Anyways.
and then state
So this is the answer, right? This is it.
and
We're
then
good.
state it as f prime of x.
And this is f prime of x. Yeah. There you go. Good. Good job, guys. Yeah, you win. Let me see, Endar. What did you send me to look at? What am I watching right here? Yo, wrap it up, dude. I love this episode, dude.
Awards get played off by the House Orchestra when their speech runs
Dude,
on too
wrap
long.
it up.
My parents, why are
Yeah.
you calling me up trying to confuse me? You know
He's like-
Spellman's in Atlanta too. Second of all, you know I'm vacillating here trying to...
Oh my god, that's such a good one.
That same power.
You know, there's a balance. There's a balance. So there's a balance in life between being verbose and being short. And in math, it can go both ways, right? Some teachers don't tell you shit, and they just get right to the point, and then you don't learn anything. So that's not cool. But then you're right. There are some other teachers that will just go into all the theory and all the side tangents, and you don't really care, and you're getting confused and lost. And so I understand that's the opposite end of the spectrum. So what I try to do is I try to
So we
balance
got
the two. of
three
these
choices
things.
left.
Just put the fries in the bag, bro. What's up, Mox? Good to see you, dude. You know what this reminds me of? Someone actually wrote this on my TikTok today. They made a TikTok comment to me about this. One sec. I want to say what video it was on. It was on. Oh, if I go to my notifications, it probably shows up, right? Where's my notifications? Activity. Comments. Yeah, this dude. Dude, look at this dude. This dude is
Here's
so
the easy
mean to
way
me,
to
bro.
grasp
I love the mean people though. They encourage me to
Here's
do
the
more.
easy way to grasp science.
Wait, chill. Where's the comment? Here we go. Yeah, look at this guy, dude. He said, "Holy yap sesh, keep it to 30 seconds or less, blabbermouth." It's like, excuse me.
That is a weird mix-up of there's something about that which shouts anarchic, and not anarchic, anachronism.
Anachronism? What does anachronism mean?
Well, blabbermouth. So that's quite anachronistic for even for my generation. Blabbermouth was people that were
they do
much
say
older
yap
than me.
sesh. The kids do say yap sesh these days. But my point being, I mean, this is how to graph sinusoidals, and you can't really do it in 30 seconds. Like that's unheard of. You want to graph a sinusoidal in 30 seconds? Not gonna happen, dog. So I kind of commented to him. I said, "You're gonna disappoint a lot of people if you can't last more than 30 seconds."
So that's harsh.
Sorry, bro. I keep it real on my TikTok. Like, dog, if you're gonna chastise me because your ADHD means you can't focus on a video for more than 30 seconds, you're gonna have a rough time in this world.
No, because So if someone blames ADHD on only being able to consume TikTok, no, they're just stupid, and they need to be fucking told it. It's like, I know people with ADHD, like legit, like bouncing off the walls ADHD, and you're like, mate, can you do me a favor and read this chapter? And they can read the chapter for a half an hour. You know
Exactly. Yeah, it's not that hard, bro. It's not that serious. Replace Sensation with Subway Surfers gameplay for attention span. The Sensation, they're suggesting that I replace your video with just like Subway Surfers.
Yeah. I've seen that on shorts. Someone's telling a story and it's just Subway Surfers.
Yeah.
Do you know the train and the coins on that?
There are websites that do this, right? You can one sec. It's called like make what is it? Math lesson brain rot Subway. Like they have like apps here on the how to turn documents into Subway brain rot. Yeah, they have these websites where you input like your PowerPoint slides or stuff you have to learn, and it'll overlay the brain. This is it. Yeah, let's watch this. Well, okay, I don't know who this girl's saying. Okay, are you gonna say something? Oh, she's just a pretty face. Where's the video? Here it is. Yeah, turn any material into the brain rot version, dude.
Yeah, I've seen this.
This is hilarious, dude. Excuse me. Oh man. Anyways. I digress.
Oh, speaking of that kind of brain rot, what's that thing that was specifically designed for infants?
It's called Turbo Learn. Use Turbo Learn AI to turn any audio, PDF, or video into notes and flash quizzes and brain rot. All right, let's do this, dude. I want to try this, and then we'll do the next question. Let's say we want to use. I'm trying to think what I have for documents here. That's like kind of long.
If you need something, I can.
Oh, I just want something on my desktop because I just want something easy. Whatever. Calculus mock final with answer key. Here, it's just going to do it. Let's just see. This is a calculus mock final.
I think for a 2-hour session, both you and Seth are a bit hyper-lexical.
What's hyper-lexical mean?
Verbose.
Using fancy words. Oh, I am verbose, yeah. I can be verbose. I like to talk. I like to hear myself.
It's like,
to understand
mate,
the given calculus problems, let's break them down into smaller parts.
Oh wow.
The first problem involves a function that is defined
where's my brain rot video,
for zero
though, dude?
and non-zero values. And we
Oh, anyways, they want me to sign up for something. Yeah. Okay. Whatever. It didn't show the video, but it's okay. All right. That being said, let's do a Darsh's question next. It worked for yeah. I don't know. Probably something with my brother.
I got a quick one for you before you do a Darsh's.
Yeah. What's up?
Right. So the series of any set of numbers, so n times n plus 1 over 2.
Sure.
If you had to take the sum of all square numbers from up to your maximum value, would that just be n squared times n squared plus 1 over 2?
Okay, so let's restate the statement. You said the sum of any numbers n times n minus 1 all over 2?
Plus 1.
Or n times n plus 1?
Yeah.
Over 2?
All over 2.
So this would be like 1 times 2 over 2 plus 2 times 3 over 2? Is that what we're saying?
Oh no, it's not a forever sequence. It's n.
Oh, it's not a forever sequence.
N is the maximum value of whatever you want to add up to. So if you were adding up to 100, every number between 1 and 100, so it would be n 100 times 100 plus 1 over 2.
I know what he's talking about.
Oh, okay. So n is your final number? You're not. So
yeah.
you're not doing a summation.
No.
Okay. N is just some number.
Yeah, your maximum number.
Okay.
So if you were counting every number between 1 and 100, then n would be 100. Anyway.
Okay.
So if you were trying to count every square number up to a particular value, would that just then be n squared times n squared plus 1 over 2?
I think I need to understand this question. Sorry. You're counting up every number. So are you plugging in n equals 0? You're plugging in.
No, it's greater than 0. So every value between 1 and 100, say.
Oh, okay. Okay. So you're doing like 1. You're doing n equals 1.
So if n was 100.
If n was 100.
N is your maximum value.
Okay.
There's a word for this. It's
okay. The upper bound.
There was a famous physicist whose teacher made him do shit work and count up every number between 1 and 100, and he just said, "There you go. It's that formula."
1, 2, 3, 4 can be written as 1 plus 100, 2 plus. Oh. Okay, I think I see what you're saying.
Gauss, I think it was
Gauss. They say it's Gauss. Okay. Okay, so you're saying if I have a number such as 100, I could write that out as. He's saying 101, I guess. Is that 101?
It'll be 100 times 101 over 2.
100 times 101? I think it's 100 plus 101 over 2. No?
So no.
Nope.
Okay.
100 times 101.
And what does that get you?
That
gets you
theorem
big.
defines
5,050.
Okay. 5,050. Okay. And what does that do for me?
Is that right?
that theorem defines the summation of values 1 to 100.
Yeah. Oh.
1 to n.
Okay. I think. Okay. Sorry. All right. You're saying that the summation.
You are adding up every number between 1 and whatever your maximum value.
Yeah. Okay. You're saying this
instance, it's 100.
Is equal to n times n plus 1 all over.
I'm stupid. I can't read that.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's
what I needed. I needed the math. I needed the math translation of this. Sorry.
Okay.
Yep.
He wants the sum of the sum. Okay. So now you're saying if I squared the values. So you're saying if I did these squared.
Instead of adding up every value between 1 and 100, you were squaring every value between 1 and whatever you decided your value to be.
Okay, and then are you still adding them up?
Well, yeah.
Okay. No, that's cool, dude. So you're saying like
adding up every square number between 1 and whatever your maximum value is.
Oh, adding up only the numbers that I could take a square root of. Is that kind of what we're saying?
No. 1 squared plus 2 squared plus 3 squared. I should have just said that.
Yeah, that's what you should have said. That's okay. Okay, and then you're saying what's the difference between this of x squared? It's sort of like
the original equation and whatever it would be next.
Yeah, what's happening here? Well, it's not this squared. That's wrong. I'll tell you that. Because this looks like the summation from 1 to n of x times the summation from 1 to n of x. But then they're like cross terms. Yeah. Or he brings up a good thing. It's good to test for small values of n, like n equals 5, for example. Yeah. So he's saying like let's try this out with a small number first. Let's say I'm doing the summation from 1 to 5 of x. Okay. So that would be 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5. 15. Which, what is that? 12, that's 15?
15.
Okay. And does that equal 5 times 6 over 2? And it does, right? Because that's 30 over 2. Cool.
Perfect.
Nice. Yeah, this is good. This is called using test cases, for instance. Okay. So let's look at, for instance, 1 to 5 of x squared. That's 1 plus 4 plus 9 plus 16 plus 25. Because all I did is I just squared all these numbers, right?
45.
That's equal to 45, Seth says. I'm going to trust him on it. Okay. Which, does that equal 5 times 6 over 2 squared? No.
That's 225, which is not.
That's 225, yeah. Oh, Femvox says it's 55, not 45. Sorry, Seth. The audience says it's 55. Yeah. Okay, according to Google, it's n times n plus 1 times 2n plus 1 all over 6. Let's see if that works. So that's 5 times 6 times 11 all over 6. 6 is go away. Good, which gets you 55. Yeah, nice. Okay. So this is the formula sensation for the sum of squares.
Okay, so the question is thus: how do you get from one to the other?
Good. Yeah. How do you get to this one?
What are the rules for that kind of an expansion? So to
I
speak?
do see it. At least a little
There's a
bit.
general rule for
We're-
x to the n,
we're
just like there's a
multiplying.
power rule for integrals. Okay.
We're multiplying the top one. It's multiplied by 2n plus 1 over 6 over 3. I don't know exactly what the
Yeah, I don't know what the implication for that
it's
is though.
causing it, but that's what's going on. It's multiplying that thing times 2n plus 1 over 3.
Yeah, the reason sensation why it's not just like this squared, for instance, and let's say we had just the first five terms.
I thought it was n squared times n squared
Oh.
plus 1.
Okay. Oh, you
Over
thought it
2.
was n squared times n squared plus 1
Mhm.
all over 2? That's
all
what you
over
thought?
2.
That's
Yeah.
n to the fourth
Uh,
plus n squared over 2.
Yeah. The issue here is this is going from this represents the sum of going from 1 to 5 squared. Because do you see how in our formula, what was it? This, right? The n here refers to what your top end of your limit is of the summation. So if this is squared, then yes, this will go to n squared and n squared. If you're squaring this, however, that doesn't directly affect the ends in that form. And so what my gut instinct was, just to start out with, was to say that, oh, well, and I know this is wrong because of, I learned this in physics at one point, but I would say, okay, well, maybe the summation from 1 to 5 of x squared is just the summation from 1 to 5 of x times the summation from 1 to 5 of x. So maybe it's, and I'll show you why this is wrong. Maybe it's just this. Right? Because one of these individually is that, right? And I'm like, okay, well, if I got two of them, it's x squared. So then I just multiply two of them. The reason why this doesn't work is because of foiling. Because let's remember that this ends up being this, right? The first summation of just x is that. And then if I do another summation of x, it's this. And now, if I multiply these two things together, it's not just 1 times 1 plus 2 times 2 plus 3 times 3 plus 4 plus 4 plus 5 times 5. It's also 1 times 2, 1 times 3, 1 times 4, 1 times... Like, there's a bunch of cross terms that happen because of FOIL. And so that's why this doesn't work. It messes up. Yeah, it sucks, unfortunately. So, yeah, since you bring up a good question of, well, how did we get to this? How does this exist? And what I believe from the consensus in the chat is that there's a general rule for the summation of something to a power. So let's look up summation for a power. Could you use the product rule here? I don't think you could.
It was in the all. It was the all word. It had the rule.
I think, was it this one? This one, wow, whoa.
Well,
that's a double series.
All, and you'll see it.
What do you mean say all?
All.
Sorry. Oh, if I go to all?
button that says all on your menu, yeah.
Oh, if I
and
just use the AI,
Right
I
here.
hate the Google AI. I really don't.
summation of I get hay from Y to N, and then the WZ.
They don't even do the proper LaTeX formatting. I can't read this. Excuse me. Google,
Yeah, you can.
fix your stuff.
Where's the form for summation?
I want this. Well, that's just outer foil. Okay, maybe I need the Wikipedia page. It's unfortunate.
Sum of powers. Yeah.
Yeah, Fermat's right triangle. That's kind of a fun one. Oh, Shantrix got me something. There we go. Thank you, Shantrix. Sum of a sequence of squares. Okay, here we go. This is the theorem. There is... Ooh, we could do a proof by induction. But they use the Vacuous sum? What's the Vacuous sum, dude? What? Also, why am I getting advertisements for DigiKey? Excuse me? Oh, because this is called Proof Wiki. I'm like, I don't think Wikipedia does that. It looks like Wikipedia, but it's not. Okay, this is too much math language. I don't know what this is. At some point, they start going into like wacky math land, and I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, be nice to us plebeians, please.
Yes, I know vacuous means empty. You know, yeah, you're like my vacuous ex-girlfriend or something. But
Vacuous bint.
you vacuous slag.
You vacuous bint.
I love. Wait, bint? That's a derogatory word for someone. A bint.
I don't know.
Oh, they have a proof. They have a proof by summation that you could do this. Well, that's very interesting. Oh wow. Okay. Anyways, there are a bunch of different math proofs here. I could go through one of them later if we have time, but I think it's pretty cool. So they're saying that like the summation of I squared from 1 to 4 is the summation of I from 1 to 4 plus the summation of I 2 to 4, 3 to 4 to 4 to 4. Just stick to integration. Yeah. Bernoulli's numbers also presented as fabric? No. Oh, okay. By a telescoping series. Wow, okay. There are a lot of different ways to prove this, but
it wasn't necessarily the proof that I was after. It was kind of like how do you think in a particular way to stretch from one to the other?
Yeah. In this case there isn't like, I mean, there's this way that I tried to think about it, but that's a way to prove that you're wrong. Like this doesn't work. This is how I would default think about it. But the short answer is the way to think about it is you have to learn math proofs. You have to learn some more advanced math techniques to get that. So. Well,
I mean, I inherently knew somehow that it wasn't just the sum squared.
Good. Then you were correct.
At no point did I ever think it was n times n plus 1 over 2 all squared. Because I just kind of sat there and went, well, that can't be right.
Yeah.
Because it would be the summation squared, which isn't true.
Well, you're good then.
Because you want every number. You want the summation of every number squared, not just the summation of all the numbers.
Exactly.
Squared.
Yeah. You miss all the cross terms. Okay. Cool. Well, that's a cool question, Sensation. I liked it anyways. Let me help out a Darsh. Let's help Darsh out. Darsh's got an interesting one. Darsh, was this the tricky one on your test? Was this the crazy one you had? Yeah, if we have time later on the stream, we can go through trying to do one of the proofs. Although I do really I need to get back to designing this UCLA class at some point. Because I teach that in a week. All right, let's see. So this is a very weird log question. Let's see. Let's see what Darsh is here. Is the +8 inside the log? No, it's outside. Yeah. Let's see where Darsh is. Oduki, my brother. Let's see if he shows up. I'm pretty sure he's here.
This is a polynomial equation again. If you want me to, I can give you the way I read it.
-8 will definitely be the right way. Actually, I think I'd divide by 2. I think I would divide by 2 first. Right?
If you want to after do this, I can give you the way I accidentally read it.
Yeah. Oh, what's up, Aduki's here. Yeah, we can do it after Seth. Let's try it this way. So what I see is I see a bunch of numbers here that are all divisible by 2. So I would divide everything by 2, but that might not all. This is a question from your quiz. Okay, cool. So that might not always happen because this could be a 9, and then you wouldn't be able to do that. So let's do it in the generic way, which yes, could. I would subtract 8 from both sides. And then that's going to give you...
you still could if it was a 9.
You could. It just sucks because then it's a fraction. Like, I don't like fractions. I don't like 1.5. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So this is now the same thing as equal to 4. Okay. Now your last step is to divide by 2 on both sides. Okay, cool. Not your last step, but you're like, we're getting there. Okay. So now let's divide by 2. Let's divide by 2. This goes away. And this becomes 2. So now we're just left with
log base -2s minus 2. Yuck.
Yeah, that's kind of weird. One sec. I want to like grab this screenshot without having to write it. I don't want to write it again. There we go. Got it. Okay.
Before we actually solve this, no, we don't need to guess on this.
I'd guess and plug. Bro, that would suck. I don't want to guess and plug.
Before we solve this, let's go up to the first line and write a restriction, because there is a restriction on this.
Yeah, so Seth is being cautious and doing this the correct way, which is when you see questions like this and you're solving for x, you should first determine what you're not allowed to do for x.
Well,
What's up, Zach? Good to see you, dude.
well, not,
Which is that you're not allowed for anything in here to be less than or equal to 0. So
and you have an and. There's an and in there.
So 3x squared minus 4x 16 can't be less than or equal to 0.
Let me ask you this then. If you're saying it that way.
Thank you, Sensation.
Log base, log base
And also the
negative-
base can't be 0, right?
The base can't be negative.
Base
Log
can't be
base negative
negative.
1 of 2 is impossible.
Wait, can you have base 0?
Nope.
Log base 0? Does that exist?
Nope. 0 to what power is something?
I don't know if that works.
Impossible.
Sensation's just making it rain, dude. Okay, so I also think 2x minus 2 can't be less
But
than
I will tell
or
you
equal to
this, the
0.
inside can be 0 though.
Log base can be less than 1, but not less than 0. Cool. Nice. All right, awesome. Okay. Sensation's not a student.
3x squared minus 4x minus 18 is 0 though.
Okay, so here,
No,
let's
you
just do
listen
this.
to you ridiculous cunt.
Wait, you haven't solved yet. You haven't solved for x on the cases yet though.
I'll deal with them later. I'll check them. Like, I could solve these, but that's just like more work. I don't need to do that right now.
You don't necessarily.
So
need to,
what I
but
need to do is I need to figure out what my answers are, and then I'll go through and just plug them into
plug
here
the
and
method.
see what works. Yeah, exactly. We could go.
So
We could. What's up, Endo? All right, here. Let's try this. Okay. So negative 2x minus 2 to the 2. This is exponential form. So anytime you have log base a of b is equal to c, we can
Well, one
rewrite
flip
this
it
as
into
a to the
exponential
c is equal to b.
One
That's what we
flip
can
and it's
always
exponential. You have it in. You're writing it backwards too, but.
What do you mean I'm
otherwise,
writing it backwards? It's not
Your
backwards.
power stuff. It's a to the c is b. Right.
Yeah, what's wrong with that? You don't like my style points?
No.
Shantrix asking.
You did. I just normally write the stored mess first.
Oh, it doesn't matter. Whatever. Yeah. Okay. Again, like little things like that don't fucking matter. And it just like slows down the kids' learning. So, yeah, it's cool. It looks like this. All right. Next thing we're gonna do is
4x squared.
we need
plus-
to expand
oh,
this. We should foil this out.
4
Foil
4x squared
this
plus
out.
8.
You exponentiated both sides? I don't think I
4x
really
plus 8.
exponentiated both sides. No. I just took this and raised it to this power. And then I set it equal to this. That's what I did. So let's foil this. And the rule for that is anytime you have a plus b squared, that's the same thing as a squared plus 2ab plus b squared.
Plus b squared.
In this case, we have a minus b. So all that switches is the middle term. Oh, you changed the ticker?
oh.
You want the ticker to change?
Silence.
No. You know,
There you go.
No, nothing changes because you have a negative. There's a negative 2x. So technically,
Yeah, we'll
it's
get
going
to
be a
it. Don't
negative
worry.
It's a negative of the normal.
I know. Don't spoil it. Don't spoil the ending.
Spoilers.
A minus b squared is a squared minus 2ab plus b squared. Seth is right that the negative will go away eventually because a is negative, but that's a spoiler.
The negative won't go away. It's just going to make everything negative at the end of it, which is
All right,
if you
well,
factor the negative out.
all right, let's see.
and then it
Okay,
will
first.
square.
All right,
itself
first thing
out.
foiled. First thing foiled is going to be negative 2x squared and then minus 2 times negative 2x times negative 2 and then plus. Yo, what's up? What's up, boss? Yeah, I do remember you, dog. What's going on, big dog? Good to see you, dude.
It's
So,
you.
it's you. So this is 4x squared. This is minus. So eventually it does become minus. And so then that's going to be negative 8x. And then this is going to be plus 4. Cool. I could factor out a negative
I
1
can't say I
out of
agree with
here.
that, but
I could. I don't really want to, though.
I can't agree with that. I actually can't agree with that because you're wrong.
He says I am wrong.
Because
Well,
B
yeah,
is
okay.
not negative 2.
Sorry. Yeah,
So you're
sorry.
wrong.
There you go. Whatever. Okay. It actually does become a plus. It is plus 8x. Yes. Thank you. Okay. All right. There you go.
And
That's
equal
good.
To the mass on the other side.
All right, so then we have 3x squared minus 4x minus 16 is equal to
And
that.
agree with that.
This is not bad. So now I can
It
move
isn't
this
bad
over.
because it's short-term method at the end of this.
And then we can move this, and we can move this. And then we have 0 is
X.
equal to x squared
That's
plus 12x plus 20. Okay,
And this
so
should factor.
it will eventually.
With the
Let me check with Adarsh. Adarsh, do you understand what I've done so far? Like, do all these steps make sense? I know there's a lot of like back and forth, but I want to make sure you understand, Adarsh, what we're doing here. It makes sense? Okay, cool, awesome. If anything ever doesn't make sense, the whole point of this Twitch stream is for you to yell at me and say, no, does make sense. And then I will help you.
You done messed up.
You done messed up.
Disqualified.
So if I've messed up, tell me, and I will try to fix it, or I will try to help you.
By the way.
These are the steps I've done in my quiz. Okay, good, awesome. All right, so now we just gotta solve this.
Before you continue, use that complimented.
I got complimented. Oh, thank you, bro.
You're the best YouTube teacher for real.
For real, man. Oh, thank you, dude. You know what this reminds me of? This reminds me of I'll tell the story later, but there's a guy I met golfing once who makes like astrology songs, and he said, I may not be the best guitar player, but I'm the only person who knows these songs or something. And he also is the self-declared. Wait, I'll pull up his one second. I'm gonna do it real quick because I need a shout out to this man. This man is great. His name is Harvey Sid Fisher. I met him once just playing golf. He calls himself the undisputed king of astrology songs and has referred to himself as one of LA's top 10,000 photographic models. I think it's absolutely hilarious. So, thank you for saying I'm the best YouTube teacher. I will agree. I'm probably one of the top 10,000 YouTube teachers on YouTube. So.
That's plus 2, that's plus 10.
Yeah, let's factor this. Okay, so what multiplies to 20 adds up to 12? I like 2 and 10. 2 times 10 is 20. 2 plus 10 is 12. Seth is right. We can factor this as x plus 2, x plus 10, which means that x is equal to -2 or x equals -10.
Well, does it equal those results?
Or does it? You're right, because we got to check something.
I liked it a little bit because they're negatives, which means the base is going to be fine.
Yeah, let's go check.
I'm not
this.
worried about the base.
So we have some options. It's good to have options in life. So we have -2 or -10. Let's try plugging them in and see what happens.
It's the weirdness. The base is fine.
So sorry, this had to be greater than or equal to 0. Sorry. That's
fine. The base is fine. It's
yeah.
the
Both of these
top
things have to be greater than or equal to 0.
No, the lesson was fine. The lesson was fine. It's a statement of. It can't be 0 though. Is the problem? You can have base. You can't have 0 on either.
Oh, I think I was writing what it can't be.
That's what I was wanting you to do. Restriction.
Yeah, this is can't be. We can't be this.
No.
Can't be these things.
Deal with the restrictions.
So if I plug in -2 into here, that becomes +4 minus 2.
Yeah.
So this one checks.
Negatives don't fine. It's the top.
And then
it's the main number I'm worried
what about this one though? So
that's what I'm worried about.
Also the -10 works down there. Okay, cool. We're good. So let's check -2 in here. So that's 3 times 4 plus 8 minus 16. That's if I plug -2 in. That's good. Because that's 20. 20 minus 16 is 4. Okay. -10 might not be. Well, I think it will actually be okay.
Nope. It's okay because there's a bid 100, 300.
Yeah, that x squared is gonna boost this thing.
700. It's 84. That's completely fine.
That's 300. Plus 40. I don't know why I wrote 3100. Sorry. That's 300 plus 40 minus 16, which is also good. Okay, cool. All right, so you have two answers, dude.
That actually might always be fine.
Yeah, -2 or -10.
Because that's.
Oh, you think that thing has a vertex above the x-axis?
That's what I'm thinking of. If we drafted it, actually might always be fine.
Yeah, we could try it. Was it 3x squared minus 4x minus 16?
But
3x squared. 1 sec. 3x squared minus 4x. Was it plus 16?
yeah. I don't remember.
Yeah, that's always above the x-axis.
That's what I've. Yeah.
Oh no, it was minus 16. Oh, I fucked up. 1 second. I need the.
So that's not, because if Jeff's.
It's not. Yeah, Jeff's right. Yeah, if x equals 0, you're bad.
Where's the issue appear?
The issue appears what looks like between -1.7 and 3.
So we're fine. Good.
So we're fine.
Okay.
Nice.
So that's
okay.
solved.
That's solved. Good job to.
Let me give you the one.
Dark.
Let's see what you are about it.
Okay, cool.
One more. You want to do one more with that?
One more
I'm gonna
what?
change one number. It's how I read it by accident. I wasn't liking it when I read it that way. And then
Oh, you want to change the question that Darsh did?
I'm gonna change one number. That's the way I accidentally read it in it.
Okay. Let's see what the one number he would change.
You won't like it though once I do it. Though.
I'm not gonna like it.
Disqualified.
Okay. Here, let's change the one number. What number you want me to change?
Make that 8 of 2. That plus 8 of plus 2 instead.
Okay. So
That's gonna be
says
the
challenge.
That's gonna be.
let's make this a
That's
2.
gonna do a lot. So if that 8 was instead of 2, it's gonna do some stuff. Now try.
Okay. So we would minus 2. That's gonna be 10.
the
Divide by
reason-
2. That's gonna be 5.
And this would be more annoying because this is a binomial theorem with the 5th power.
Well, here, let me copy this just so I still have
This
it.
is 5th power. That's the reason it's annoying.
Oh, I lost all my pictures. Damn.
Yeah.
Oh man. All right, whatever.
That's
let me do
5th
this.
power now.
This is equal to 5. So we have 3x squared minus. Okay, well this is super gross now.
That was
What?
so
No,
nice.
dog.
I'm happy I read it on
Goddamn, what?
first. Right?
Fuck.
It's this. Yep. But we can
This to
still
the-
do it.
You want this to the 5th power? Yeah, excuse me? No.
5th power.
Disqualified.
5th power. You know why?
What's up?
You know why?
What do I know why?
I'm giving you numbers that I don't want to one.
Well, I mean, I could do the binomial theorem with this, but that is
Yep,
that is
that's
so
exactly the
gross.
reason it's easy.
That's so
It's
gross.
nice
I really don't want
numbers.
to do that.
The coefficients are the easy part. Yep. You were reading about on that.
Nice.
No, Jeff. No.
1, 5,
It's
10,
negative 2 to
10,
the 5th
5,
power
1.
times that mess. 1, 5, yeah, 1, 5, 10, 10, 5, 1.
Yeah, but then I'm solving a 5th degree polynomial.
That's not bad. You know why? You have Desmos.
Well, yeah, but without Desmos, that's terrible. I mean, for all intents and purposes, I could just like throw this in the Wolfram.
I just wanted to show you the reason why.
Oh, okay,
The
yeah.
reason I'm glad I read it wrong.
Yeah, this is the reason. Yeah, we're not going to go any
5th
further because I like life, but
no,
yeah.
Yeah, no.
The reason
Just
why
feel the-
this sucks if this is to the 5 because now this becomes a 5th degree polynomial, which unless you're using
I was saying-
what's it called,
No, it can't be that. What
the factors theorem,
It's
the
a- was-
real factors theorem. What's that thing called?
I was thinking about binomial theorem. It's like, oh, it can't be that because the Dutch doesn't know that. No, whoops, we read that wrong.
Yeah, you can't do that. Yeah.
That's a second power.
So we don't want to do this. Anyways, all right, cool.
next
Rational
up
roots
is
theorem. That's what it is.
Cal, I
Yes.
believe.
Let me change the ticker for sensation because sensation did technically change the ticker.
Felicia leaves next. If you want to deal with that one,
I want to do Shantrix next. I'll do Shantrix.
you want to deal with the messy one.
Yeah, let's do Shantrix.
I was gonna leave that to last, so I knew it was gonna be a long problem.
One sec. I gotta change. Please do not redeem the Amazon gift cards. What are the Amazon
We
gift
still
cards?
might have something we can do. We need
Please, sir, do not. I can't.
Oh,
do it.
oh, you talking about the scammers, dude? Yes.
Yeah, yeah. Do not redeem the gift card.
Y'all be making my question last. I mean, technically it is last because it's last in the line, but
Yep.
I am doing it next, so it's technically not last because I'm not doing Felicia's. Yeah. You
Well, we don't
said
have to do
redeem them. I redeem them. What
Either.
now?
Is this to take an hour and we're done? Stream's over.
I'm cool with this stream being over in an hour. Honestly, I really have a lot of work to do.
This
I
might
gotta-
be
I
over.
gotta-
No, I'm saying
I-
hours when the stream ends normally. This might be an hour.
No, the stream
Probably.
the stream normally ends in 2 hours. I think we've been averaging
Which is
like
an hour.
3.
Which is an hour from now.
Oh, ends in an hour. Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. We're an hour in.
Don't redeem them.
If this
Don't
pro-
redeem
this
them,
problem,
sir.
now we're done.
All right, let's see. What's in the channel? Okay. All right. So we got this kind of dysfunctional Star of David going on here.
So let me. I'll give you a read on it. What are you chopping in, Dr. Gold?
The three-dimensional figure. You're gonna sing Erica for us,
on the
Sensation.
left has 8 triangle faces and is called an octahedron. A number is written on each face. The number in each face is equal to the sum of of the numbers on the faces that share an
I
edge
share
with
an
that
edge
face.
with that face. Wow.
Irina unfolded the octahedron and erased the numbers on 5 of its faces, leaving the net shown below on the right. What number did Irina erase from the face labeled as X?
Okay. Are we allowed to use scissors? Are we allowed to use scissors? All right, let me read this again myself. Sorry. Okay. Eight
Well,
triangle faces.
we do know which ones.
A number is written
That's
on each face. The number on each face is equal to the sum of the numbers on the faces that share an edge with that
The sum
face.
of the number.
Irina unfolded the
edges.
octahedron and erased the numbers on 5 of its faces, giving something shown on the right. Which number did she erase? Yeah, you have to visualize this in like 3D.
Note there is negative numbers, which means there are actually negative results on some of these faces.
No, I'm saying, but I have to, like, when I fold this back together, right? Isn't this side going to share with this side? Yeah?
Is it though?
Dude,
Yeah, what did the last
it does,
version
doesn't
be
this?
more-
This has to connect with this. 4 leftmost can be the top. 4 rightmost can be the bottom. I
The
don't
zero,
understand
the blank, the 56, and then 56 and the blank are the right side, or the bottom version. And the negative 20 and the 2 blanks and the ats is the top version.
So you're saying this and this?
Yes.
Okay.
That's exactly what Endar's saying. Yep. In that orientation. Yeah. Those are the left and those are the top and bottom faces.
But then which side does this one match with? Does it match with this one?
We don't know. We do know, but we don't necessarily know.
I think it does. I think this one matches with this one. That means this one matches with this one, right? Right?
Will it? Can it?
And then this must match with like this. Oh, dude, this is why this gets confusing.
Use an image if you need to. If you use search up a net with markings. Does this help you out?
Someone's saying search up a net with markings. Excuse me.
Yes, like search up something that would give you a net that has the markings of the connections on a D8, of course.
On an octahedron.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not too bad, but
octahedron
net. Mark annotated net. Octahedron annotated net. Annotated net.
This isn't the standard octahedron net, by the way. He says though.
Oh, okay. That's
all the standard ones have 6 in the middle. I didn't know that this was called an octahedron net, by the way. That's really cool.
we can do. I mean, octahedron annotated net. So it's gonna be actually. Do is what I want. What I'm thinking about. And then no markings needed there, and then you don't need to say markings, but.
Oh, okay. So then it's one of these.
But that's not helpful because those are not the.
It's
not
this
marked
one.
with the dimension.
I found it. It's this one.
Dimension. That's not it though. That's not dimensions. So it's not what I want. We wanted to deal with this part of it in one.
Okay. Well. Yeah, this is like a visual question more than anything, which makes it difficult.
That's what I mean. Who we're trying to deal with.
Okay. Well, at least I have colors, right? I'm gonna say that this lines up with this, because every edge has to line up with another edge, right? We agree with that. So I just need to figure out like what these edges line up with.
Oh, this is help. No, that's a D4. That we don't. That's almost nice.
It's similar to this, he says.
It's a what he. It's an auto. I searched Tetra. There's no subject. No.
It is. I mean, it's kind of like that, but it's not.
That was almost nice.
Almost nice. Yeah, let's just try and visualize it. I think I can kind of see it.
Can we get a marking?
I believe that this must line up with this. Okay. And then all we need to figure out is this and this and this.
This is
And then this, this, and this, right? And then all we gotta do? Okay. I believe that this matches with this. And then this matches with this. And then I just need to figure out what the other base does. Well, okay, I think we can kind of use process of elimination here, though, right? Because we've marked all the other edges, so now this one has to bond with this one because there's no other edge for it to bond. Every edge has to meet another edge, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I think we're good now. Okay, cool.
And then you have to solve for adds now.
Yeah, sure.
It's the sum of the faces. We don't know the middle face, which is the problem.
So okay. The number on each face is equal to the sum of the numbers on the faces
Yes,
that
there is a face I know. Well, not a helpful face, but we know one of. I know A.
Yeah.
I actually do. I actually have some. I do.
Well,
see
so
some information
we
that's
could set
helpful.
some variables, right? We could set some variables if we want to. So
We
like
need
if
3 variables. We don't need 4. We just. Need
I can
3
call
more.
this y, z, x, y, z.
And A. We don't need the other one because I know the other. I know the face on the bottom.
You know what
right.
this one is? Or you know what this one is?
No, on the bottom right. I know what that one
How do you know which one that is?
It's 0 plus negative.
Oh, yes. Okay, so Seth's right here. So this one shares with the yellow face, which is negative 20. It also shares with the green face, which is 0. And it shares with this face, which is negative 56. So this one's negative 76. Yeah, Seth's right. I like that.
It doesn't. X doesn't have to be positive.
X does not have to be positive. But we agree this is negative 76 at least.
Unless it's multiple choice. And
Okay.
we don't know that.
Now, I need to know... Wait. Oh, so I just need to know what Z is then, right?
No, we don't know what Z is without Y. Without Y or A.
Oh, you're calling this
He's
one A?
connected to
You
Y.
want this one to be A as well?
Well, we need them. We don't know that one. I don't know them, so we have to say them.
I don't know them, he says. Okay, let's write out some equations, though. Right? I think if we write out some algebra, I'll see some stuff. So X is
let's
equal
write
to
it down with
negative
X, 'cause I don't
20.
have our-
Negative 20 plus 0 plus Z, right?
That's
X is the negative 20, it's the 0, and it's the Z.
And that's his negative 20 plus Z.
That's just negative 20 plus Z. I agree.
Z minus 20. So we know what Z is, we know what the other. So Z minus
Good.
20.
Okay, so now let's write an expression for Z.
'Cause
Well,
yeah,
Z
Z's annoying.
is equal to X plus Y plus A.
Whatever that is.
Okay.
Well, here, what did that? What did this?
Well, the nice thing is the match is, yeah, that'll match. So we just need Y and A, though. Okay.
But
So-
here's a problem, though. No, it is a problem. Plug into Z. Plug your thing into Z and watch deletion.
Oh. Well, you get
You're
Y
gonna
plus
lose
A
X.
equals negative 20? Yeah, you lose it.
No, I'm saying you're gonna lose X.
Okay. Well, that means we just have to...
You plug things in. It's just X equals X plus Y plus A minus 20, which means that 0 equals Y plus A minus 20. It's
Okay.
good, it's not giving us... Okay, so Y
Yeah,
plus
it's not useful information. Yeah, sure. So Y is equal to negative 20 plus Z minus 56. That's cool. That gets me an expression for Y. And then
Well, we can
A
simplify that,
is
though.
equal to
Yeah,
Z
you can
minus
simplify Y
56.
describe.
Yeah, we can simplify this, right? So this is going to be Z minus 76, right?
Yeah.
Um,
So everything is a little... Okay, so there's a... Huh. And Z is... Oh, I know what Z is now. Or an idea, at least.
yeah. And then A is equal to Z minus
Z
56.
minus 20, Y
So
is
we
Z
could
minus
plug
76.
this and this and this into here, and we could get Z, right? Let's just do it.
So Z equals...
So Z equals
3Z
Z minus 20 plus
plus...
Z minus
minus
76 plus Z minus 56.
So Z equals 3Z
Mm-hmm.
minus...
Minus
152.
96, so minus 152.
152, yep. And that
Is that
means
right?
that negative 2Z is negative 152, so 2Z is 152 So Z is
Yeah.
76.
Z is equal to
76. So Y is 0, A is 20, and X
Oh, so now we're
is-
done. We already got Z. We're done.
and solved everything else.
Yeah. So Z equals 76,
Y
then X
is
is
0.
X is equal to 56. We're just done, right?
Y is 0, A is, and then A is
Yeah.
20. And does that make sense to the rest of everything we have up there?
Well, let's just see. Is this right, Shantrix? Is
And A
it
is
right
20.
that X is
So we
X is
did
56
And A is 20.
and A is equal to 20? Yeah.
Does that agree with all the stuff up there? Does it agree with our math so far? On the here and above.
Yeah, I think it does. I don't know. It's from the latest Pascal question. Oh, okay.
We don't know. So there's no answers yet.
Doesn't have the answers yet.
We
Okay.
have to actually solve it. We have to actually agree with math that we have first.
Okay. So what did we say? We said
So we have to try to agree and make sure everything agrees with what we have above.
let me just like redraw the picture.
Why did you redraw the picture then?
Because I want to put the numbers in. X is 56.
Which is the one they don't have labeled. Yep. So 56.
Yeah, let me.
And we have to agree that we have to check to make sure. And
Yeah, we're gonna do it. Let's
mathematics.
get rid of it. Oh wait, no, he's solid.
it's a picture, so it's tricky. Okay.
So we're gonna say this one was 56. Oh no,
And now we're just
56.
checking
What did we say Z was? 76.
Y is 0. I know that.
Y
That's
is
what we
0.
said at least. Right?
And then A is 20.
Yeah. Okay, now check. Now let's.
So let's see.
check our
0,
math with our
56, 20, 76. That's cool.
number. Okay. Check the other. 56
0,
is
56, and negative 76 is 20. That's good too.
$10,
We got
yes.
56 cent Fembox. We did get 56.
Good job.
That was a 10-minute problem.
That
was
looks okay,
actually not a
good.
bad one. Great.
Yeah, okay. I think it all checks out. Nice. Good job, Shantrix. That was a good question. I like that one. Overdosed on homeopathy? What is this sensation?
Science video, like legit as well.
Oh, I like TEDx. Yeah, TED's cool.
Okay, so let's do Felicia's then.
Okay, Felicia. Bye, Felicia. So opposite faces on the die had to sum to 0. Wait, what was that?
That was agreed.
Opposite.
Yeah. That agrees.
Mm-hmm.
20 minus 20, 0. 0 plus 0 minus 0, 0. 76 plus negative 76, 0. 56 plus negative 56,
Oh,
0.
that's pretty cool. Yeah. I want to print this thing out and like make this shape. I think it'd be kind of cool.
So Felicia's is a long problem, but I don't think it's absolutely that bad. It's just 2 parts. It's what is the probability that n will be divisible by 3, 5, 7, 1505, and then how would that change if we replaced it with a k? So we're doing the numbers 1 to 1,000, and we're gonna ask what is the probability that it'll be divisible by the following 5 numbers?
Okay.
This is not bad. So,
Is it not? So this is a lot of like
so-
number theory stuff that I don't
So I
don't
first
have the
part-
best
first
knowledge
part
on.
I can absolutely teach if I need to.
Sorry?
So this is saying the numbers 1 to 1,000, because 10
Yep.
cubed is 1,000.
I agree.
So the set of numbers from 1 to 1,000, when is it divisible by the following numbers? 3, 7, 5, 15, and 105. 3, 5, 7.
I feel like these are all factors of themselves, right? Isn't 3 times 5 equal to 15 and 15 times 7
Yes.
equal to 105?
Yes. When is the thing divisible? So the one I'm thinking, yeah, roughly. But we'll get to that. Yeah.
Up
it's
to the
gonna be
corner
weird, 'cause
cases.
Fives are the easiest. Fives are the easiest of these. So we know the following about fives. How many fives are in
200, right?
No, 20.
200 of them?
So there's 205. So there's a 200 numbers from 1 to 1,000 must be divisible by 5.
Is it?
So
It's
200
1,000
over
inclusive,
1,000.
right?
200 over 1,000, which is 1/5. Made complete sense with the number.
Uh-huh.
Now the thing of now, and for the 3, we can say it's 333 over 1,000. It's not quite a third.
Oh, I see. Because, yeah, you got these corner cases. Yeah.
It's not quite. No, 5 is exactly a fifth based on the numbers 1 through 1,000.
Yeah, that's actually equal to a fifth. Yeah.
Yes, the next one isn't a third. Is not a third, but 333 1,000ths.
Wow, thanks for the raid, Fred FP. What's up, bro? Sorry, I don't know who Fred FP is, but
Nice.
let me go find his channel real quick.
Yeah. And then we'll see the
Oh,
cases
Don.
of,
What's
cases
up,
in the
Don? Oh,
second
Don was
part
raiding him.
happen.
Don, did you forward Fred FP to me? What's up, Fred?
Nice.
Who are these people? One sec. I need to find.
I know who
Fred
he is, but I can't vouch for him yet. So
I can't vouch
We'll
for
see.
sir. One sec. Oh.
But in case of 3s are 333,000ths.
Maybe. You were forwarded. Oh, thank you. Appreciate that. Let me go give you a follow real quick, dude. Let me go find you. One sec. I want to go find his channel. What does Fred do? Fred, do you play DayZ? You a Dayzer? I'm gonna go find his channel.
no, he's a maths and physics guy.
Oh, he is a math and physics guy. Oh, what's up, Fred? 3.9k followers. You got more followers than me, dog. That's dope.
That's dope.
Sweet, man. I don't know how I didn't know about you. He does math and physics help. Yes. Dope, man. Love that, Fred. Yeah. Shout out. Let's give you a shout out. One second. How do I do shout outs on this thing? Shout out to Fred. Do you have like a regular schedule, Fred, that you do things with? Did my shout out work? Right. Shout out at Fred. Yes. There we go. Physics. Yes, I'm the physicist as well. That's cool. Physics Unite, dude. Tell me about your physics background. I went to UCLA and did plasma physics. But that's cool. Yeah. So Fred, if you want to know about, I'm glad Don found you and referred you to us, because yeah, we're a nonprofit that helps kids out with math and science, and we do like office hours where students ask questions and we go through them on the stream. But we have a big collective of other awesome math streamers there. Oh hell yeah, plasma physics. Yeah, hell yeah, plasma physics. Future fusion. Those are all really cool math streamers. And then we have a calendar right here that we try to use and update that tells about who's streaming different things at different times. So if you want, you can feel free to send me a DM or something, and I can look at getting you added to the calendar. If this would load today, excuse me. What's going on with... It's my McDonald's Wi-Fi internet today, dude. Okay, there we go. Nice. Okay,
Don't
cool.
blame me. It wasn't me this time.
Oh, looks like not much streaming this week from people, but in previous weeks we've had a lot. Yeah,
Hello?
this is some of the previous weeks we've had a lot of people streaming.
Are we
so.
on? Yes, we are on.
Oh, I hear Fred right now. I hear him. Oh, Fred has an accent. Oh, nice, Fred. Where are you from? What side of the pond are you from? Are you from the same side of the pond that our dear sensation is?
I thought he was Australian, but I can't remember now.
Amazing stuff, man. I'll DM you later then. Great vibes over here. Sweet, dude. Love it. Here for the vibes. Okay, let's go back to the question.
In the case of 3s,
Oh, there we
3s
go.
worked out to be 333 1,000ths, which
Correct.
almost a third, but not quite.
Oh, Portuguese. Okay, cool. Bom dia.
Yes, 333 1,000ths. That's what for the case of 1 to 1,000 that we're working at now.
Uh-huh.
Now 7s. What do you think about 7s?
I think 7 sucks. I don't want to do 7s.
Obviously,
Sevens
don't
suck
go
too
and do
much.
that.
I really don't want to do 7s.
Oh no, he's from Dan South.
He's from Dan Sa- He's a Brasileiro. Oh, there you go.
What's the first divisibility by number?
speaks Portuguese.
Before we do that?
Divide by 7 is what? It's like 140.
Decimal with the first number that we hit that is divisible by 7.
He's
That the
Brazilian.
last number that we hit is divisible by 7.
I don't know.
That's what we're looking for.
I gotta pull up my calculator at this point. I gotta do
And then we divide that by 7 into the number.
I've been meaning to go to Brazil. I have a friend that lives there and keeps telling me to visit. I've been to Colombia like 3 times. I've been to Medellin, Cartagena, Cali. I love South America, but I haven't been to Brazil yet. Okay.
So it's a 111,000.
So wait, we're gonna do 1,000 divided by 7,
which is 111,000.
Definitely worth a visit.
111,000.
And I think during Carnival too.
142,000.
Yeah, 142 times 7 is 994. Okay, so
142,000. So 7
142 over 7.
It's just the number without the decimal.
Okay.
So 7, and what is that? That's we can simplify that though.
What? 77 over 500?
Nope.
71 over 500?
Yep. And
yeah, there we go.
And then
what are we working on here? I actually don't know. So what we have, let me explain to Fred because Fred just found us. We have a Discord that I have about 1,600 students in, and they just find us on TikTok and Twitch and whatnot. And we have them submit questions as screenshots in our Discord, and I just go through them during the stream. So this is one of the last questions. It's from probably a new student who I don't necessarily know, but I feel like this is like a number theory type question.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. Which is cool. I don't. My background. I mainly teach math and science from middle school to like early college. So a lot of calculus, a lot of physics, chem, stats, whatever. So this stuff is kind of out of my wheelhouse, but I like learning. I believe learning is a lifelong thing, and you should never stop. So I welcome when the more math heavy people submit math heavy questions here for me to go over because I learn along the way. It's fun. Oh no, numbers.
You gotta get in the hospital now.
Yeah.
And I just said, just shut up.
So what is
and let me enjoy this pain.
So what? Sorry, what are you doing?
Oh, 15.
15 is me 60. No, 66.
1,000. What's 1,000 divided by 15?
I think it's
you
like
can calculate if you need it.
65. I think it's 66. I think it's 66.
You can chat it if you need to.
I'm gonna check it. Okay. 1,000.
1,000 divided by 15. We just need the first part of the number. We don't need the rest of the math.
66. I was right. What's up, Raven? Okay.
33,500, which is done.
66 over 1,000. Love the production quality. Thanks, man. Yeah, I've been streaming for probably like 4 years at this point, so I've accumulated a lot of things on OBS.
33,500. Yeah.
Right, which is okay. 33 over 500.
You gotta pop that down. Yep. And then 105.
That's 6. No, I'm dumb. That is 9.
Yeah, 9.
Right. Yeah. Thanks.
Yep,
Thanks, Seth.
And then now,
I was thinking 150. I was thinking 150.
Let's change that 1 to 1,000 number into a 1 to a 1 with many
1 to 10 to the K.
Zeros.
Yeah, the edge cases are just annoying here.
So now we're doing 1 to 1 to 2 with infinite number of zeros at the end of it.
Okay. So you're saying like what happens if I put another 0 here?
No,
well, don't I just add another one of these numbers?
It's not. No, we're adding the tases. Yeah, we're changing the tases. So 1 to
Critical thinking.
1.
Can you help me with my physics problems? I can.
Yes.
I would love for you to submit a physics question, Critical. If you could please do that. Get me out of this number theory hell.
So, here's the nice thing.
Oh, this is what Jeff is saying. Jeff is saying this approaches. There's a limit here. Okay, the limit as like k goes to infinity. This becomes 1/3. This becomes 1/7.
I want to mention the turtle yours. The dream too.
Sorry, what?
You might want to mention the turtles. I don't know if he knows about your PhD.
Critical knows. No, I've taught Critical before. Yeah, Critical's a homie.
He was wondering if he wanted to, if he was able to answer physics.
You can always ask physics questions, Critical. I welcome the physics questions,
not?
Please. Yeah. Okay. I see it though. Jeff was right that it's a basically 1/3. It's basically 1/7. It's just those edge cases where the rounding tends to mess things up, but eventually when you get big enough, it's not. Okay, cool.
It's just an interesting thing with limits, and then there's the
functions. Yeah, it's cool. So the limit of the floor, this is ugly to type, yeah. If you squint, it's 1/3. Or if you're an engineer, dude. If you're an engineer, it's just 1/3. It's the same thing as saying pi is just equal to 3. G is 10, pi is 3. That's what physicists do best.
Post that in Discord, by the way, because it's not in Discord yet. Oh, it is. It's his.
It is in Discord. He posted it. Yeah, here.
Yep.
All right, let's do Critical's question. Yeah, to first order. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Everything's just to.
Consider the experimental setup shown below. The length of the string between the
string vibrator. Ooh.
Is L equals 1.2 meters. The linear density of the string is 0.006 kilograms a minute. Kilograms a meter. The string vibrator can oscillate at any frequency. The hanging mass is 2 kilograms. Part A. What are the wavelength and frequency of N equals 6 mode? B. The string oscillates the air around the string. What is the wavelength of the sound as the speed of the sound is 3043?
This is actually cool. This is how like musical instruments work. It's tension and vibrating strings, and it produces sound. It's very cool, actually. Yeah. So some equations that are going to be useful. One of them is going to be, I believe it's resonant frequency with tension. Well, I mean, yeah,
am I important here too?
Yes, it is. But the one I'm really thinking of is like tension in a string. Oh fuck, what is it? Is it like normal mode? It's something like mu whatever something. What is it? Where's that? Where's that question? There it is. Yeah, the speed of waves moving along the string. Here we go. This is what I want, but I want a string theorist's adult toy. It is, man. Okay. And yes, this is a fixed string at both ends. Because wait, is it fixed at both ends? No, it's not fixed at both ends. Is it open? I believe it's open at one of the ends, because that's why the vibrator moves up and down. I believe, right? I think it's fixed at one end. But let's see. There's an equation for this. It's speed of wave in string tension. There we go. Standing waves. Oh, I love hyperphysics. Hyperphysics is great. There we go. This is what I want. Okay, cool. This describes what like standing waves are. Oh, but this says driven by a vibrator. So I believe we still consider one of the ends closed then. Even though in my mind it looks like it's open. Yeah, okay, here we go. All right, this is it. And then I want to say the modes are, yeah, and then this is it, and these are the harmonics. N equals 1. Okay, so hyperphysics is great, by the way. If you don't know hyperphysics, because I know this is like an old school resource, because it looks like it was written in fucking 1995. It's super useful. And I love how they do this like tree system for learning things. Like if you go up to just like, they have this, you can just be, oh cool, this, and then it just shows how everything is related to each other. I believe they are both closed as well. That's what I'm seeing here. Do I have to use V equals lambda F? You do. It has to do with this. The wave velocity is this. And then string tension, mass, and length. So here, let's get a bunch of these equations. Shout out to Hyperphysics for their moments of inertia. Oh, do they have some cool ones on that? I love Hyperphysics. It's a very underutilized resource. Right, because the cool thing here is like, look, it shows like what the calculation is. It shows where it comes from. Yeah, it comes from like they'll even go through this is the wave equation. This gets like really, this gets really in depth. You don't need to learn all this, but if you wanted to see where this all comes from, this is where it all comes from. So, but in your class, you just have to know this. Yeah, Darsh is like, what's going on here? I know, it's a lot. It's okay. But we're going to try and make this into physics is like a rabbit hole, dude. You could just keep going. If you wanted to really like learn stuff at its first principles. But we don't need to. So, yeah, let's just do this. Okay, first. And then let me get the standing waves so you can see what they look like. And here, let's get all the We're not going to use trigonometry. I don't think so. I don't think we need to. Okay, and we'll get to that. All right, so let's start with my favorite thing, which is going to be a force diagram, because we got a couple things happening here, right? So we have a hanging mass here, which is going to experience a force of gravity, right? So this is a force of gravity pulling down, which is going to be equal to mg, which means there is going to be tension in the rope, keeping it up. And that temperature, that tension, sorry, is going to be equal to the force of gravity. So T equals mg. All right. They give me a mu. That's the density. Yeah, and mu, I believe, is m over L. Yeah, that's mass per unit length. So this right here, so m over L is equal to mu, which is going to be equal to 0.006. Just keep everything in kilograms and meters, and we're cool. We don't got to worry about units. So we can figure out the velocity of of waves here, which are going to be equal to the square root of the tension, which is going to be mg. That's of the hanging mass, right? Divided by 0.006. And I'm going to leave that in this form just for now. And then if I want to figure out what the frequency associated, so the first harmonic frequency, the resonant frequency, F1, of, we don't need to worry about units. Yeah, just keep everything in kilograms, meters, whatever. We're cool. I used to get super annoyed as a student, but also I understand why units are important. Units are important, but just keep everything in CGS, or what is it, KGS, and we're fine. Cancel the MS. Yeah. Okay. So that's V. L is going to be the length of the string. They're keeping everything here in variables, and then we're going to plug numbers in. Let me look. Actually, sorry. What's the first question they're asking? What are the wavelength and frequency of the n equals 6 mode? Okay. So the frequency of the n equals 6 mode, that's going to be F6. Okay. And F6 is equal to 6 times F1. You can kind of see that from here, because this is, again, a closed on both sides situation. Okay. This changes if it's open on one end or if it's open on both ends or something. So, but for the sixth one, the frequency of your standing wave is going to be 6 times the frequency of your initial fundamental frequency. Okay. So F6 is 6F1, which is equal to 6 times V over 2L, because F1 is equal to this. Does that make sense so far, Critical? I know it seems kind of like, I don't know, like numb to just write out formulas and then start plugging and chugging, but sometimes that's just what you want. I leave it up to the reader to go into more depth with, again, hyperphysics if you want to see where these equations come from. Okay, so then this is just equal to, so the 6 and the 2 kind of cancel. So that's 3 square root of mg over 0.006 over L. And then L we said was equal to 1.2, so I can replace that. Did we say what the mass of the weight was? The hanging mass is 2. Okay, cool. And then this is going to be 9.8. I'm not going to put 10. I don't like when people put 10. Okay, mg over ml equals gl. You would be correct. However, that m is in a square root. Oh, but I see what you're saying. This is technically mass per unit length, and then this is technically mass times gravity. You're right. They do cancel, but they gave me m over l as a single number. Wrong, Mr. Dr. Gold. Wrong m. Yeah. Left to the reader. You are now ready to write. Yeah, exactly. Bro, I hate that stuff. Sorry, they're in the same square root. You're talking about this? The issue is that this whole number, this expression was given to us as mu. So I can't just start canceling the m's. And you are right. It is also the wrong m in terms of it's the mass of the rope, not the mass of the hanging mass. Yes, thank you. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. Okay, I think we're still good though, right? I don't think any of the m's cancel yet. Okay, all right. So you can get this. Let's pull up the calculator. Unless anyone sees something like inherently wrong with what I'm writing, which I don't think I am. 2 times 9.8 divided by 0.006. Cool. And then we're going to divide that by 1.2. Nice. That gives me a
And
frequency
that's
of 100. That is the 6th harmonic frequency. So that's 100 and... let's just round it. We're just going to say... God damn it. You know they cut funding to Sesame Street Sensation? They're cutting it, dude.
That's the frequency only, though. That's not the answer, though.
Correct. Okay. So the next thing I need is the wavelength. Okay, cool. So what we learn, right, is that
that's the
frequency... I think it's frequency times wavelength is equal to speed. Is this correct?
Make sure to state that 143 hertz is the wave. It's the frequency of.
Yeah. Well, hertz is a unit of frequency, so we should know that. Frequency times wavelength, I believe, is equal to speed. So, do I have to go? Do I really have to go back through and calculate that? I guess I do. Yeah, because it's not anything nice. Okay. So the speed, let's remember again, is 2 times 9.8 over 0.006, all square rooted, right?
Nice.
Wow, thanks for the follow, EU. And then the frequency was 143. So now we just move this over and we divide. We should get
So
it.
here's what you can do to make it easier. Times by 1.2 and then divide by 143.
Actually, I think what's happening, I'm just sorry, my wavelength is just the length of the string divided by 6. I mean, watch what happens here. This is why I was kind of bugging. So let me get rid of the 3 here.
What you should have done to make it easier is just times by 1.2 and then divide by 143.
Yeah, one sec.
And it would have done the same move.
Yeah, so then we get wavelength is equal to, sorry, not 6, it's 1/6. Yes, this is just equal to 0.4. And let's explain why that is. So let's look here at this, right? Exactly. So this right here, this distance is equal to 1.2 meters, okay? And if n equals 6, then what you have is you have, I think it's the number of nodes. Is that what the n refers to? No, it's the number of antinodes. This is an antinode. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Which means this is a wavelength, right? This is a single lambda. Well, sorry, let me draw it the right way. This is a single lambda. This is a single lambda. And then this is a single lambda. Yep. So you get 3 wavelengths within the 1.2 meters. And that's why lambda's, in this case, equal to 0.4. Cool? All right, that's part A.
Halfway done. One more.
The string oscillates in the air around the string. What is the wavelength of the sound if the speed of sound is that? Oh, okay. So I believe the frequency does not change. One of these things doesn't change irregardless of the medium, and I think it's the frequency. I think frequency does not change, but wavelength can. And then the speed can obviously change in a medium. I think that's true. Let's see. Frequency or wavelength change. It makes sense that the frequency doesn't change. I guess it does because, right, the amount of times this wire whippersnapper is going up and down is also the rate at which the air molecules are getting smacked in the face. So the frequency is going to be the same. Else an acoustic guitar would have to be tuned differently from an electric guitar, for example. Okay. Right, because an acoustic guitar and electric guitar use different mediums. Right? One uses pickups, the other one uses just kind of, whatever the resonance chamber is. So yes, frequency does not change with a medium, wavelength does. I'm going to trust physics stack exchange. That seems legit. Okay, so we still have the same 143 hertz because the air molecules are still getting smacked at 143 hertz, but the speed and sound is different, so the wavelength will be different. So we can say 143, which is now my new frequency. The same frequency, times my new wavelength has to equal a new speed, which is 343. This number comes up a lot, by the way, the speed of sound being 343. It is temperature dependent, technically. But so if we do 343 divided by that frequency we got in part A, that gets me a wavelength in the air of 2.4 meters. Wow, that's pretty cool. 143 hertz is actually really kind of low. That's like a kick drum, right? 143 hertz. It's got a little bit of mids in it. Also remember, because it is 7 to the third. Yes. Also 343 guilty spark. If we got any Halo lovers, any Halo enjoyers. Where's Master Chief, by the way? There's Master Chief. Oh yeah. Come out, Master Chief. Yeah. So 343 is a important number to know. Okay, cool. Does that make sense, Critical? How we did all this? Yes? Nice, good. Congrats, good job.
On the list for today.
Nice. I think I'll end the stream out because I do need to start working on this UCLA class that I gotta teach next week. Sorry, he says for B we don't use 0.4 as lambda. No. Yeah. So what happened there? So 0.4 was the wavelength on the string of the wave, but 2.4 was the wavelength in the air. Let me know if you need some more help with that. I can explain that too. Fembox says teaching next week. I am. I'm teaching physics 5A for UCLA. So it's mechanics for pre-meds. I think you can actually find me on the registrar right now. One second. Let's see. If I go to UCLA registrar schedule of classes, let's go check it out. Spring 2025. Here, I think we can actually just look. Yeah, my last name's Rossi. If you want to know.
See if we turn up or not.
Let's see if it comes up. Yeah, there we go. This is my class. Physics 5A for life science majors, mechanics and energy. And I got 183 kids in this class.
You done messed up, Aaron!
183, dude. What? So. No wait list, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. So yeah, 183 of these kids, dude. It's gonna be nuts. They've already started trying to find my like socials and things because I don't have any reviews on UCLA. Any TAs? I get one TA. Apparently, we used to get 3, and then the TAs went on strike saying they didn't pay them enough, which they don't. And so collectively, I think they agreed to increase their salary, but then they slashed the number of positions. So yeah, one TA. I get one TA, and I get one reader who's like an undergrad that I think is allowed to like grade multiple choice questions. 183 new viewers. Yeah, you wonder if are they gonna start mobbing my stream? I can help you with one more question. Yeah, dump it. I'll do it.
We're doing more.
I have a question. Why?
My answer to that sensation is why not, dude.
Oh, yeah.
People ask me why, I say why not. Student
Why
rate.
not?
This is a proving problem. This is a proof problem.
They're about to use you as a TA by coming to the stream. Well, yeah. So I wonder what like conflict of interest that has if I start doing that. I will have office hours. Like I will have UCLA office hours. I have to host 3 times a week, in addition to teaching 3 times a week. I'm debating whether to mention to them that I do this as well, because I don't want them to flood this. This is for you guys. This is for the high school kids and early college. Professor Rossi has arrived. What's up, Hebrew Hammer? Can you tell me when the final exams are scheduled? I need to plan a trip. Lol. Yes, final exam is. I know that's good. And he's making the joke because some of the students started emailing me last week. Class hasn't even started for another week, and they're asking me when the midterms are so that they can plan their flights for whatever spring break or whatever they're doing. And I'm like, I don't even know how many midterms we're having yet. I still got to plan that. But the final is scheduled. They always say what the final is. That's on June 9th. Penn did a class at his school through his Twitch channel. Yeah, I think UCLA might get a little bit more mad if I do that. I understand Penn Center's at least like the head of his department at a college in Canada. UCLA is like a whole other set of administration, is what I'll say. So, I don't know. I gotta.
This one's a proving problem.
All right, let's do this question though. Here, pre-release beta shit. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Okay, cool. Here we go. Show that x equals e to the negative b over 2mt cosine omega t. Did I talk about the Reddit? No, I haven't yet. I should go check that. Well, I'll check that after this question. I'll go see if anyone's commented on the Reddit post yet. Is a solution to the damped oscillator provided that b squared is less than 4mk. And then this is just some cool information they give you, dog. Is that what they give you? Teaser.
Okay.
So they want you to re-derive this question because the damped oscillator it's a common thing. And it comes from this. Are you expected to do all this? That's my question, because this is a differential equation that we could technically figure out. And then what you end up doing is solving for, assume the standard model of particle physics and then derive the equation from first principles. That would not be fun. Yeah, what they end up doing here is they then show here, because it becomes a quadratic, and you show that in order for the solution to be like real, I think, or something, the determinant has to be 0. 20-minute exam question. Yeah, it's a second order differential equation. It is. So yeah, that's why I'm curious. When your teacher says, show this. I think I understand what's happening here. Your teacher's not asking you to derive it. They're asking you to just show that it works. Okay. I get this. I think I get this. Critical. Yeah, what's the question, dude? I think I know what your teacher's asking you to do. Your teacher, from what I can believe, is going to say, okay, cool, we know this is the equation for damped oscillation, and I believe this is the solution, so let me plug it in and see if it works out. Exactly, Raven. Yeah. Okay, if a cosine omega t plus phi is it always going to be the distance? Yeah. Yes. I mean, this is always the displacement. Yeah. So here's the difference here. This has what's called like a decay term. So if it was just a cosine omega t plus phi, this is just a wave that looks like this. Okay. This e to the negative t or something t ends up compressing this like this. So you end up getting like it dies eventually. So that's all that is. Yeah, damped. And I'll go exactly to your question. Let me show you one quick thing. There's animations for this. Damped oscillation. There's a cool thing on Wiki. Or actually, sorry, I think this is hyperphysics. I think we're going back to hyperphysics. Where is it? I want this picture. Can I see this picture, please? Where is it? No, this is garbage. Yeah, it is hyperphysics. I love hyperphysics, dude. Okay, here you go. So hyperphysics has it. It comes down to this. Yeah, here we go. If you want the quick derivation, yeah, RLC circuits work. This is always this is the cool thing. Sorry, I'm getting excited. This is the cool thing about physics, is that this concept of, for instance, having a ball that is on a spring and goes up and down, and because of friction or something else, eventually like stops going up and down, is the same set of equations and model as electronic components with like a resistor, an inductor, and a capacitor. It follows the same behavior. It really like starts like blowing your mind of like, wait, what? It's all connected. Yeah. It's harmonic oscillators all the way down. Exactly. Yeah. You start believing that we live in the Matrix and this is a simulation because there is some underlying code that applies to like seemingly random concepts. And if you really want to get into it, this is the whole like grand unifying theory of physics thing that they try to do. But anyways, not to get too far down the rabbit hole, where this comes from is you can write out F equals ma for the sum of forces, and then A is the second derivative of position, and then you can write some damping term which is dependent on the velocity, which is the first derivative of position, and then you get this second order differential equation. Oh, there's an interactive app. One second, let me read through the chat real quick. I love all the yeah. The tragedy is you don't use these super awesome relationships until advanced classes. Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. It's kind of, you gotta trudge through the first 3 seasons or first 3 episodes of like a shitty show, and then you get to like the finale and you're like, whoa, now this is cool. Now you want season 2, now you want season 3. The problem is like a lot of kids don't make it past like the first season, and so yeah. But yeah, physics does unfortunately do that sometimes. Any potential is quadratic if you look at closely
then
enough.
To continue that analogy.
Yes.
Then to continue that analogy, I suggest we repeat season 1 a couple of times.
Yeah, let's complete. Yeah, let's keep watching season 1. Reruns. Yes, and then the whole universe is made of vibrating bass strings. This is Femvox is joking at what's called string theory, which is a bunch of physics people thinking that everything is just a bunch of strings. Okay, but let's come back. I know I was going pretty far out, but Critical said, I thought it would be m dv dt is equal to mg minus kv. It is. Okay. So you're not wrong. Okay. So you have m dv dt is equal to mg minus, it's kx first off, right? Because for the forces of something here, right? You have kx, which is like trying to pull it back up and down. And you have mg, which is doing this. The problem is that then there is also an additional damping term, which is proportional to the velocity. Okay. So this is the classic one, is that m dv dt is equal to mg minus kx. Okay. Which dv dt is the same thing as the derivative of dx dt, right? Remember, velocity is the derivative of position, so it's really equal to d squared x dt squared. That's where dv dt comes from. And then we have to say here, additionally, there's also a damping term, which is, I guess, cv. And so now you get m d squared x dt squared is equal to mg minus k x, and then it's minus c, and in this case this is velocity, right, is the derivative position is dx dt. So the reason why this is a second order differential equation is in terms of x, you now have up to the second derivative. You have the second derivative, you have the first derivative, and you have the zeroth derivative. If it's Hooke's law, then why not a hook but a spring? That's because it's the different type of hook. It's Hooke's law. Yeah, it's some British dude named Hook with an E. But yes, I appreciate the joke, Raven, if it was a joke. Anyways, yeah. So this is why
You don't know.
it's a differential equation here, and it's of order 2. And this has a solution. So it's similar to air resistance. It is, for sure. This has a solution where x is equal to e to the gamma t. And then you end up finding, and first of all, this is a homogeneous differential equation. If there's another potential, or actually no, so that goes away from this. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, Hookean. Yeah, it was a joke. Yeah. Okay. Anyways, long story short, you get a differential equation. It's quadratic. You end up solving for lambda, which are, I believe, the normal modes or something. And you find that lambda can have a number of solutions. It can have 2 solutions if it's overdamped. It can have 0 solutions if it's one solution if it's critically damped. And then it can have no solutions if it's underdamped. Yeah. Is damping the same as moistening? Kind of. Exactly. Yeah, you're right, Fred. Yeah, it is non-homogeneous because it has a constant term. I'm saying the one they give here, this is homogeneous. This has a homogeneous because they have it equal to 0. No, you're right. Non-homogeneous means that it's not equal to 0. It would be equal to something else. Yeah. Which I believe this one is non-homogeneous. One sec. Nope. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Anyways, critical. Let's get to what the actual question is. Your teacher is not asking you to derive this solution. If you wanted to derive the solution, go back to the hyperphysics page we had. But all they're trying to show is that this fits this equation of motion. Yeah, homogeneous. There's no forcing function. Yeah. Or they call it a potential function, I think, usually, right? Okay. So let's just figure out what stuff is, right? So we had x was equal to a e to the negative b a. I'm gonna call this whole thing just k. I'm gonna say a to e to the negative kt just to well, actually I can't call it k because k is here as well. I'm gonna call it c. A e to the negative ct.
Yeah.
Plus phi. Okay. So then dx dt. This is a little trickier because now we have a product rule, right? Because I have something that depends on t, and I have something that depends on t here as well. So I have to do the derivative of the first thing, which is just going to be negative ac e to the negative ct cosine omega t plus phi, plus the derivative of the second thing, which is negative sine. So that's going to be minus sine omega t plus phi times omega times the first thing, which is a e to the negative ct. Does that make sense so far, critical, what we're doing here? I guess it's going to suck, especially the second derivative. That is so mean. This is going to become an absolute clusterfuck.
Disqualified.
Okay, all right, let's do it. Push. Okay. D squared x dt squared. All right. It's another product rule. So that's going to be ac squared e to the negative ct cosine omega t plus phi. Oh man. Plus ac omega e to the negative ct sine omega t plus phi. It's a really ugly derivative. Yeah. Okay. And then minus so that's plus acw e to the negative ct acw e to the negative ct sine omega t plus phi. Oh man, this is really hurting me. Okay, and then it's just minus, and then it's minus cosine omega t plus phi omega squared a to the e to the negative ct. Okay, what did I do wrong? Did I do something wrong here? Hold it. He says, hold it. We got to keep things straight here. So I had derivative of the first thing times the second plus derivative of the second thing. So that was this times the first. Okay. And then we had... Oh, hold it for the cup of tea. This is a mess. Okay. Okay. So then I had this times this plus the derivative of that, which was kind of this. But then we also had this. Can we find the jerk, snap, crackle, pop in this? Yeah. Physicists really do come up with the funniest. It's like when they label all the neutrinos and stuff. There's like charm, beauty. Yeah. We physicists have some funny stuff we do. Okay. There was this. Did I do the derivative? I didn't do the derivative of the first thing. Oh, I messed up actually. Wait. Uh-huh. I'm just trying to like keep this straight with what we did. What's up, dude? Can I riz up anyone? I don't know. You want to start saying some math riz? I might have a minus sign wrong here now that I look at this. Fuck. That's plus. Derivative of sine is negative cosine. I think this should be plus.
Pardon me.
What's up, Sensation?
He says, can I riz up anyone? I don't know. I've no idea what you just said, because I'm not a fucking brain-dead cunt. Open up a book, right, and read it, or I will take said book that you didn't pick up, that you should have picked up, that I have on my desk, and I will beat you to death with it.
Oh my god, Sensation's choosing violence. Don't tempt
violence,
Sensation, dude. I chose violence.
I'm Scottish. You don't know what violence is. You've never seen violence until you've met a Scotsman who's angry.
You're gonna learn something today, boy. Oh, physics truly is the science of where did that minus sign go? It really is, honestly. I think I caught it. I think I almost made an oopsies, but I think I caught it. I want to say I caught it. Wait. No. Derivative of sine is positive cosine. No. I think this is a minus sign. Yeah. Okay. Hey, Dr. Gold, did anyone tell you that you look like the owner of Hacksmith Industries? Is that a joke? Yeah, Raven, I think you're right. Okay. Okay. So, if we say k times this, okay, k times this. Here, I'm gonna move this. Oh, I can't move this. Damn it. K times this, or negative k times this, right? It was negative k times this. Minus b times this ugly thing. Equals m times this? No. I'm 70. Okay. Well, y'all chill in the chat, please. Otherwise, Sensation's gonna.
You can't tell people your age on Twitch. You can't do it. It is against TOS. They will.
Is it
ban
really?
You.
Are you not allowed to say your age? No, I'm 35.
At all.
Oh, really? Damn.
Okay, or fuck it, I'll ban you just to make sure that we don't get banned. So
Yeah.
don't do it again.
Yeah, don't do it, Anita. Yeah, chill my chat, please. Don't tempt the sensation, dude. Don't anger him.
You can tell people where you live, sort of, as long as you don't tell them your exact address.
Yeah.
But that's probably about the sum total of it.
Okay. This is a mess, though, by the way, bro. Critical. Are you really expected to do this? And then what do they say? To the same that b squared is less than 4mk. So I'm confused because I got sines and cosines and shit all over the place. I don't know. I just want to solve the problem. Oh man.
Because therein lies one of the problems with like knowledge. Once you reach a certain level, it's kind of hard to unthink. To simplify it, you know, to something that you can use in high school.
You got to sub the value of omega still, I think. Oh, I didn't do that yet, did I? Oh, no. Oh, my God. What? They want me to sub this in for omega as well? Bro. Bro, that's inhuman. Oh, sensation. Reki says you have to go ban somebody.
I didn't see anything worth banning yet.
I think he said he asked Reki where he lived. he was trolling. Okay. Let's see. He's timed him out. Yes. All right. That's okay. Time out.
Better.
Oh, there you go. That's better. Okay, critical. I don't know, man. Plugging this in for omega is gonna be a mess. All right. See you, Reki. 40 points. I understand why this is a 40-point question. Well, one thing that at least goes away is there are A's everywhere. We can get rid of the A's. Let's see. I will probably spend another like 5 or 10 minutes on this, and then I'm just going to say that this is an exercise for the reader because it's just annoying. Yeah, 1 point per. Yeah, this is just messy, dude. Because now you're plugging in. Look how far this goes, dog. It would almost be easier to rederive the solution than it would be to show that it works.
Nice.
Exactly, Endar. Yeah. Yeah, this is just an absolute pain. Here, we can show parts of it. Yeah, next week. I'll leave that for you to do for yourself for homework, yeah. Maybe if we collect all the sines and cosines. Maybe. You're right, maybe they go away. Okay. We can... The issue, yeah, is that... Oh, Master Chief's back. What's up, Master Chief? The issue here is that... Where is K gonna show up, by the way? Sorry, what? Where is K gonna show up? Oh, K is gonna show up with the omega. Aha. I see what's gonna happen. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, thanks, Endar. Yeah. Okay. All right, let's try. So I have negative K e to the negative ct cosine omega t plus phi plus bc e to the negative ct cosine omega t plus phi plus omega b e to the negative ct. Oh, you know what? We can also get rid of all the e to the negative ct's, right? You see how there's e to the negative ct and everything? Let's just get rid of that. Save my hand, you know? Yeah. Okay. Actually, yeah. I think Fred may have a point here. This probably does get simple because all the e to the negative ct's go away. Cool. Let's just get rid of him. We don't need him. Okay, so you got negative key. He's cooking, guys. I'm trying. Trying to cook.
So you say cooking, I say frying, as in frying my brain.
I'm definitely frying my brain right now. Oh my god. Okay. This is plus omega B. And then this is where I really hope I don't fuck up a minus sign, because it's about to get really difficult. Cooking up big, beautiful blue crystals. Jesse, we need to cook. Jesse, we need to cook.
Nice. Jesse.
Okay, this is minus MC squared cosine omega t plus phi. Anteater says, I was making a high school project that used PDEs and it was getting so big I just gave up. Literally the fun part is that half the size of this. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, science. Yeah, science.
Yeah, Mr. White.
Yeah, Mr. White, science. Bro, I love all the memes they make now with like his son. Right? It's like, isn't his son like kind of disabled or something? And he's like trying to drive a car or something. He's like, I got it, Dad. And then the car blows up or something. I don't know. Okay. Plus MCW sine. Ooh, I see 2 of these. How did that happen? I see CW sine omega t, CW plus. Okay. Is it not a fluke? Yeah, I know. It hurts. Minus M omega squared cosine. Cosine omega t plus 5. Okay, cool. Let me make sure that part's right there. I'm a little bugged out that I see 2 of them. Yeah, this was bugging me out. Why am I seeing 2 of these? Let's see. Derivative of the... So that's AC. Yeah, AC W e negative CT sine cosine. Derivative cosine. Yeah. Derivative cosine negative sine. That's minus plus. Okay. Oh yeah, watch the M and the 2CW term. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I think you're right there. Wait, is there an M? Yes, there was. Thank you. Thank you, Fred. Yeah, there's an M here as well. You get a save, Seth. You get a save, Fred. Now you're part of our leaderboard. Can I see the entire thing? Yeah, it's this. It's a mess. Okay. All right, so let's try and group. I'll send you the screenshot of this, by the way. So don't worry. Cosine, 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 cosine. We're going to group all those things together. And we got sine, sine, sine. Okay. So this is going to be cosine omega t plus phi times negative k. Or here, then let me put this in a different color, actually. Sorry, I want to put this in a different color. So cosine omega t plus phi times negative k plus bc plus mc squared plus mw squared. Ah, thank you. Okay, yeah, that's where it came from. It came from like the double product rule, right? Yeah, Pascal do be everywhere, dude. Yeah. He's like Diplo, dude. White boy be everywhere, dude. Okay. So then we have is equal to sine omega t plus 5. Because I think what's happening, I'm going to do sine over cosine. I'm going to get tangent. And then we're going to say something cute. And then this is... I can't wait for Call of Duty Modern Warfare Squared to come out. MC. It does look like Modern Warfare, yeah, right? We're missing an O in there somewhere. Okay, plus 2 MCW. Wait, oh, so there's multiples of these now. Oh, did I write something twice? Thank you. Shit. Did I write these twice? No, I didn't. No, right. Cosine, sine, sine. Oh. No. Just erase the 2? I wrote it twice. Yeah, that's what happened, right? Yeah, okay. Yes, thank you. Thank you guys. Yeah. I should have just combined this as a single 2. Thank you. Okay. All right. We're getting it. MCW. Okay. Yeah, this is the 2 of them. Okay. At least the signs are nice. Minus omega b. Okay. And then what I'm tempted to do is I'm tempted to put this over this and put this over this to get tangent. So I'm going to say this over this is equal to the tangent of omega t plus phi. Right? At least the signs are nice. Okay, we have expressions for omega. They're not pretty, though. They are not pretty. Also, I'm confused how the phi is going to play a part in here at some point. And then what did we say? We said negative b over 2m is... Oh, no, we said b over 2m is equal to c. So let's plug that in. Yeah, I think we might have to assume phi is 0. I agree. Plus, that's going to be b squared over 2m plus m b squared over 4m. Right? 4m squared. So, actually, one of these will cancel. B squared over 4m, right? Yeah, okay. B squared over 2m. Plus m omega squared. I really just... That omega is going to... Well, yeah, omega is messy too. That's going to be k over m minus... It's negative k. Thank you. Yeah, that got missing. Thank you. And then omega squared is k over m. I'm actually just going to leave this as omega for now. I think something will come nice out of this. Okay, and then we have 2m b over 2m omega minus omega b. This cancels. That cancels. Uh-oh. I have omega b minus omega b. Oh, shit. Oh, fuck. Uh-oh. 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 If you do this unsubbing before you'll probably divide better because you should get 0 equals 0. I get 0 on the bottom. Right?
Nice.
Dividing might be a bad step because it's supposed to be equal to 0. Yeah, okay. So
And another follower.
Yeah, let's let's just sweep this under the rug, dog. Let's just put this over here. Let's put this right over here. Okay? We're just gonna leave it over there. And yeah, this is gonna be, omega b minus omega b. That's cool. Cool with that. Let's just try to like unfuck this then. No one will notice. What's up, babe? What's up, Balding Corner? Alright, let's just look at this. So I have negative k. So that's b squared over 2m plus b squared over 4m. So that's 3b squared over 4m plus m omega squared. Who's going to know? They're going to know. Cool. And this is going to be equal to 0, effectively, because this is 0. All right. I think I see a quadratic happening here. Because they said something about b squared and m and k. So let's multiply out the omega. So that's negative k plus 3b squared over 4m plus m. And now this is k over m minus b squared over 4m squared. Okay, so this cancels. And this cancels one of these. So now I'm left with negative k. Oh, and then we have a positive k, so those cancel as well. Wow, everything's turning up Millhouse today, dude. This is 3b squared over 4m minus b squared over 4m is equal to 0. So I get that b squared over 4m is equal to 0. B squared must be less than 4mk. The problem is that, like, we're getting somewhere now that the quadratic will only have solutions under certain conditions. Well, my solution is that b needs to be equal to 0, which I don't like. Oh, man. Yeah, right? Okay, wait, maybe I made a mistake. Oh, how come it's 2b squared over m? How come it's b squared over 4m? Yeah, I agree. So what happened is I replaced omega squared with this. So that's k over m minus b squared over 4m squared. And then I multiplied through by the m. So that just gave me a k here, plus k, minus k. Those cancel out. And then this gave me, instead of 4m squared on the bottom, it gave me 4m. So I had b squared over 4m here. Here I had 3b squared over 4m. So 3b squared over 4m minus b squared over 4m. Oh, sorry, that's 2b squared over 4m. So it's b squared over 2m. Which... yeah, there is a coefficient probably off somewhere. Damn. Fuck. And I think it's that K actually. Because omega squared. Okay. Well, really what we have is this is equal to tangent of omega t plus phi, and then it was omega b minus omega b. Yeah, it's almost a quadratic. Okay. How to find VAT? Value added tax. Take a percentage. That's all that is. Provided that. Oh man, it's a mess.
Or days later.
Yeah.
How to find VAT? What?
Yeah, value added
I
tax.
missed. Well,
Jennifer,
there
what?
was a. Yeah, what are you talking about, Jennifer? What do you mean VAT?
I have zero clue what's going on. It's okay. This is an advanced physics question. Because what type of it was a damped oscillator? Okay. Yeah. C over 2m. Gamma is C over 2m, which I think is what we said here, right? Gamma squared? Gamma in this case is the... Sorry, not gamma, sorry. Yeah, no, that's gamma, sorry. Lambda. Lambda in our case was negative b over 2m. Yeah. The norm is the size of the vector. No. I love your jokes, Fred. No, the norm is the size of the vector. Yeah, no, you're good. Okay. They said it was damped. B squared is less than 4mk. Which wait, where is C then in our whole thing? What?
Sorry, I don't mean to talk over the top of you, but now the question is, what is C squared? C squared is a variable. Shut up.
C squared is a variable. That's okay. Yeah, you're good, Fred. It is late for you. I'm gonna probably end the stream anyways too. But Fred, thank you for coming by. I made sure to give you a follow. But yeah, please feel free to send me a DM. If you stream regularly and whatnot, I'd love to like send students over to you. Yeah, good to see you, man. Appreciate the jokes. Yeah. Critical. Here, I'm gonna send you. Yeah. Ooh, yeah, that is getting kind of late. Yeah, I forget they're a couple hours forward. Here, Critical, I will give you what we have so far here, but I think it's up to you to maybe see where we may have missed a coefficient somewhere. I'm trying. It's a lot. Also, it's getting late, but here, we'll send this to you. Yeah. There you go. There you go, Critical. That's a really rude question of your teacher, unfortunately. And yeah, to do it on a stream here, yeah, that took like probably 30-40 minutes just to write out a bunch of things. MC Escher, my favorite MC. Okay, cool. All right, that being said, yeah, let's close out the stream. All right, thank you everyone for coming to office hours, actual education today. I had a really fun time working the questions with you guys. Appreciate y'all sticking around towards the end there with just the brutal amount of algebra that had to be done. This is a really mean question, but I tagged you. It should be in the stage chat, Critical. Yeah, thanks, Fanfox. Our next stream is gonna be tomorrow. That'll be at 4 p.m. Pacific, 6 p.m. Central, 7 p.m. Eastern. Oh, Sensation has you have a sound clip I need to use for this. Where is it? Did you DM it to me? Where is it? I'll add it to
yeah,
my...
DM'd it.
Let's see. Where is it? Where's it?
Come and join us on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday to go through questions you have submitted, or even just to join the conversation to get those synapses firing.
Get those synapses
Monday,
firing.
3 to 5 p.m., Tuesday, 4 to 6 p.m., and Wednesday, 5 to 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time.
Nice. That's the 11 Labs. I need to have like a button for that so it just tells people like when we stream. Say it. Yes, sorry. 4 p.m. Pacific, 5 p.m. Mountain, 6 p.m. Central, 7 p.m. Eastern. That's tomorrow. Yes. For
11 p.m. GMT.
11 p.m. GMT. Yes. Okay. My synapses are fried right now. I agree. Mine too. Okay. That being said, we're going to go raid another person. Who's
there? That one. That one.
Yeah, you're very welcome, Critical. Yeah, I hope... Don't feel too bad about that question. That you're not really learning much with that question. They're just beating the shit out of you, honestly. That's not really nice. Virtual mini brains.
That one. Raid that
Which one? Who do you want me to raid?
Put it in office hours. Uwo's lab.
Slab. Who's this guy? Is he doing math or science?
Science.
Vape powered laser. Building a burning laser powered by disposable vapes. I mean, that sounds pretty cool. Okay, cool. Yeah, one sec. I need to follow him. Then like me reload this. How did you find this person's Sensation, by the way?
I don't know. I just wander around and see who I can find.
Oh, I love that. Where's the vape powered laser guy? There we go. Okay. All right. Yeah, he's got 1,000 followers. That's pretty cool. Okay. So, all right, we're gonna go raid him. Anyways, have a great start to your week. Have an awesome Monday. Now play it super fast, like in those. Yeah, Monday. Or like may cause death. This stream doesn't cause death, luckily. Cool. We'll see you tomorrow.